Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another exciting episode of That's Random Podcast. You know, the podcast where we take a little time to explore the extraordinary and ordinary. Listen, like, subscribe, share, do all that good old stuff. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, hey, I'm glad you came back. Listen, I am your guy, that guy, Nerdy G. Listen, merch on the screen right now, okay? Listen, we got to pay bills and stuff over here. We got to keep the things going. I like to create some stuff, and, I got a little merch up there, right? You can go click on the links in the description, of course, right? You can catch some of that. Let them know that you're a nerd from Nerdy's umbrella. Let them know that you're a nerd or nerdette, okay? And that's what we're doing, big things over here. Listen, I'm donning right now. That's Random Podcast, always exploring the extraordinary and ordinary t-shirt right now. This thing is quality. Okay, when I tell you it's quality, it's quality. I done watched this thing 4 times, and it still feels like I took it out the package. Okay? 4 times. 4 times. I done watched this thing 4 times, and it still feel like it freshly came out the package. That's how I like my t-shirts, ladies and gentlemen. Not wash them, they shrink, and now I'm looking at them like, I'm a big guy, okay? I'm tune in to the series that I got going on right now, Nerdy's Journey to the 200s. I'm trying to get back down to the 200s. I'm in the 300s right now, but I'm trying to get down to the 200s. Go check that out. It's on the channel. You'll see. But anywho, let's get to what we are here for today. And what we're here for today, I'm not going to hold you guys hostage or nothing like that. I'm just going to get to it. I want to talk about a thing called worrying. Worry warts. Those people who worry. And I'm gonna touch on some things just because, in life, you're going to hear things. And sometimes you hear things over and over again. And when you hear things over and over again, I truly believe that when you do that, it's a message being sent to you. You have to listen to the universe or whatever it is that you believe in. Me personally, right? I understand. Spiritually, universe, whatever it is, when it's talking to you, listen. You have to listen. And I heard some things talking about worrying, right? If you're gonna, the spiritual people say, if you're gonna pray about it, why worry about it? Makes sense. The universe says, don't worry. We'll take care of it. You can't stop what's supposed to happen. If the story is already written, what's the purpose of worrying? And see, worrying to me is negative. When I hear worrying, it's negative. The reason why I say that is negative because it holds your brain hostage. You know how your folks like say, oh, you got people living in your head rent free, and they're all up in there, and you're thinking about them nonstop, and they just walking around. They got the feet kicked up, and they're eating chips, and they're watching the Sunday's game, and all of that good old stuff. Yeah, that's what worrying is. Worrying, in my opinion, is negative because it will take you down a road that messes with your mental health. And when I say that, I'm speaking from a person who has been depressed. I was clinically depressed before. And I know what it feels like not to be able to get out the bed. When you're screaming at yourself on the inside, get up, get out the bed, but your body does not want to move. Your brain is like, nah. And then it's like you're having this psychological deal where you're feeling like, damn, am I talking to myself? Am I going back and forth with myself? And what is going on here? Because if I tell my body to get up, I should be able to get up. But your body's like, nah. So then you ask yourself, is it 2 you? Is it 1? And you think you're going crazy, but then you may not. You might just say, I tried. At least I tried. I tried to get up. I just couldn't. My body wouldn't move. My legs wouldn't move. My little baby arm wouldn't move. I just lay right here in the bed and got in the fetal position and was like, worry. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to feel this huge weight on them. But worrying does that. Worrying doesn't allow you to move forward. Worrying is going to say, I'm going to keep you here in this moment and nothing else matters. But that's distraction. That's like the huge distraction. Like, you can't go anywhere. You can't. It's a prison. It is literally a prison. Worrying is a prison. It just holds you and doesn't let you move. You feel like your feet is stuck in quicksand or mud, and you can't move. And you're like, the more you try, you're just trying, and it's like you stay there. Situations happen. Okay, if you're praying, people pray about those situations and keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Your life is going to continue. But if you pray about them, and then you go, I talked to Larry, I talked to Susie, I talked to Curly, I talked to Mo, I talked to Lucy, I talked to Ricky, I talked to Ethel, I talked to Fred, you know what I'm saying? Talk to all of them, you're stuck. Because you're worried about what's what. You're telling everybody because it got you stuck. Nah. If the universe, if you're a believer of the universe, chakras and all that kind of stuff, energy, and you believe that the universe is gonna take care of it, you let the universe take care of it, and it flows, right? Karma and all of that good old stuff, the energy, the glasses, the chakras, all that, it's gonna do what it's gonna do. If you're praying, people, you pray about it, and you go on about your day. You say your good, honest, genuine prayer, you believe it, and then you get up and you move on. Because if not, you'll be trapped in a mental hell. Okay? And nobody wants to be trapped in a mental hell. I mean, that's like the worst jail that you can be in. I mean, mentally. I mean, physically, there's some places that we know that, you're going to be, struggling for your life every day. You're going to be worried for your life, your physical well-being, not alone, your mental, you know what I'm saying? You're going to see some things that you probably don't want to see. So don't do it to yourself. I've told my son things like that, don't do it to yourself. Because if you do it to yourself, I can't avenge you. I can't avenge you. If you do something to yourself, I can't avenge you. Right? You know what I'm saying? I'm that type of father. I'm like, yo, I wanna let me jump out here and let me show you that I'm your protector, I'm your provider. I got you. But if you do it to yourself, I can't protect you from yourself. Only you can do that. I can give you tools to help you not do it to yourself. But if you choose not to use those tools, then I'm helpless. That's on you. Right? Worrying. I'm sitting here and I'm telling you guys not to worry. It's easier said than done. Am I guilty of being in that worry prison? I have been in the past. I try to live my life without any worries. Okay, hey, this happened. Okay, cool. Some people like that's not natural. What's not natural? To live? Things happen. You stub your toe. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all kick y'all toe on the side of the bed, or you on the side of the couch or wherever. You be like, motherfucker. But that doesn't hold you hostage all day. Your toe might hurt, but it doesn't hold you hostage. You're not calling everybody up and telling them, hey, I stubbed my toe. Hey, I stubbed my toe. You're not doing that. You're not doing that. See, this is what I think. And hear me out. Y'all let me know. Get in the comments. Talk about it. When you worry, it's because you're uncertain. When you worry, it's because you're scared. When you worry, it's because it's the unknown. And as people today, as we progress in life, we want to know. We don't like to be scared. We don't like change, even though every day things change. Change is inevitable. We know this. As long as it's not here in front of me, change is okay. Long as change is not right here in my face and it's forcing me to do something that I'm not used to, then change is fine. But when it's right here in my face, when it's right here, today, people, we have an issue with that. That worrying piece, that that whole worrying piece thing, that's where it really becomes more of an issue that's going to bleed over to being a problem. You guys know on here, I like to say that we're issue solvers here. Problem solvers, you got to send that up to a higher power. We can solve the issues. We can do preventional steps. We can do the work to help prevent ourselves from getting to certain places in life. But when the problem arises, we gotta turn that over. Sorry, buddy. Thank you. I've taken it far as I could. I did the best that I could. I believe I did. You know what I'm saying? I think I can. I think I can. You know, with the little engine they could. I think I can. I think I can. Right. Things happen. When we sit here and we don't pay attention, when we kind of just like push things to the side, or where we just don't want to address it, because a lot of us today, we don't like to deal with conflict. And not dealing with conflict and not dealing with the unknown and being scared of having a conversation that will force you to make a decision, it baffles us. It baffles us as people. It takes us on this roller coaster ride of emotions that we don't want to be on. Everybody's in therapy today, allegedly. If you ask me, I think that the therapist is just getting rich at this point, because there's a lot of people in therapy, but they're not doing the actual work. My deal is this: if you go to college and you pay the money to go to college, right, you're going to get the degree. And when you get the degree, you're going to go into that field, not unless you flip-flop and then, but you're going to attempt because you paid your money. So if I paid my money to go to the therapist, I might as well listen to the therapist and try some of the things that the therapist gives me so that I can be better and prepare myself for the unknown, to be okay with change, to help myself not be a worry wart, to help myself understand that everything is not always going to be peaches and cream, and to know that I'm not going to always be able to know everything before it happens. Nobody is a fortune teller here. Gypsies, maybe. I don't know. It's a little different. It's outside of my wheelhouse. But you get what I'm saying. It's when you sit here and you just think about the same thing over and over, and it's holding you hostage. Have you done the work? You're scared. You don't know what to do. The thought of not knowing what to do scares a lot of us today, because we're looking for somebody else to either solve the issue, solve the problem. We're looking for somebody else to do it for us. If you have an issue and you tell me about it, and I'll be like, oh yeah, no, not worry. You know what? I can take care of that for you. You're relieved. You're happy because you didn't have to figure it out on your own. You're happy that somebody stepped in and took that over, because you had no idea where you were going with it. You had no idea. But now you're a little bit relieved, but you was worried about it. Some people talk about things because they're unsure. And because they're unsure, they're hoping that somebody, by talking out loud, they're hoping that somebody comes and takes that off their plate for them. Now, take Nerdy, for example. I'm a great listener, but I don't insert myself in to your issues and say, I'm going to take them over. Okay? There are people who've been mad at me because they've indirectly told me some things. And they're like, well, most people would have heard that and would be like, they would have offered to help. You didn't ask for my help. You're just venting. Sometimes you just need to get some stuff off your chest. Nerdy's going to let you get some stuff off your chest because, hey, sometimes Nerdy needs to get some stuff off his chest too. Just because I'm getting it off my chest doesn't mean that I need you to do something about it. And that's the way I look at it. Some people do that and they want somebody else to say it. Hey, would you like for me to help you with that? Because I don't like this whole little notion of, well, I didn't ask you to, but you did it on your own accord. You offered to do it. Or, that whole, oh, I didn't break up with you. Remember, you're the one who broke up with me. It's more like this whole passive aggressive, like these passive people where I wasn't the one, you the one who broke this up. You the one who offered to do this. So if you get upset, it's on you because I didn't ask you to do it. But if you keep on telling everybody, you really want somebody to do it, but you just don't want to be the one to say, hey, well, I asked you to do this. It's weird. It's weird. I don't like that. If you need help, ask for help. That's part of not doing what the therapist is telling you to do. The therapist is going to tell you, if you got family and friends around you that can help you, ask. And once you ask and they help you, let them help you. It's cool. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It is fine. People can help. Some people are here just to help others to achieve the things that they need to achieve in life, but also because they are going to help, those people are going to live wonderful, blessed lives. The sooner that we get that through our heads, the better. It's going to be better for us all because we will sit there, we'll understand this person's going to help me. But because this person is helping me to get to this point in my life, I'm going to make sure that I take care of this person. I'm always going to reach back for this person because this person was here. This person helped me. I felt like I can be genuine with this person. This person was genuine with me. I don't feel like this person has any ulterior motives. I don't have to worry with this person. My mental health is good. Their mental health is good. Worrying, being around people who you don't really know if they're for you or not. Because everybody who say they for you ain't for you. I had a wonderful person in my life who used to tell me that all the time. May she rest in heaven. And for me, I understood that. The first time she said it, I understood that. I understood, and she lived a wonderful life. She just like me. She experienced a lot in a short period of time. But the reality is, once you understand that everybody is not for you, and once you understand that, hey, it's going to be okay. And you don't have to have that notion, is this person for me? Because that's worrying. If you're worrying about the people around you, if you're worrying about the people on your team, if you're looking for the Judas on your team, if you're wondering who is Judas on your team, you know what I'm saying? Or Brutus, if you're into Greek. You don't have to, you can take that off of you. You can take that worry off of you. Because when you're worrying, when you're in that prison, it stops you from being able to do other things. It stops you from being able to do other things in life. It stunts your creativity, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I create. I got journals. I get up. I write things down. Listen, everybody knows I can't remember what I had for breakfast. Right. So if you can't remember what you had for breakfast and you are a creator, then of course, every time you get a chance to write something down, put a note in your phone or whatever the case may be, you're going to do that. If you're held hostage by worrying, you won't be able to be that creative. You won't be able to unlock your full potential. You'll be so focused on what doesn't even really matter. Pray about it. Don't worry about it. Pray about it, forget about it. Let the universe going to take them calm it's gonna take them. That bitch karma is gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let them do what they do. Okay, ooh, ooh, ooh. And that's it. That's all. Worrying is a disease. Worrying, in my opinion, is negative. And guys, all I'm gonna say for you is do your best not to. Do your best not to worry, okay? Try your best. If you're out there, you're doing the work, you're going to therapy, either you're gonna actually do the work or you're just gonna make your therapist rich. Okay? I'm telling you, $100 for 50 minutes, not even a full hour, 50 minutes, okay? And the first 10 minutes is a bunch of BS. We all know this, okay? So basically, you're paying $100 for 40 minutes, right? And that's on the low end. There are some therapists who charge $300, $400, $500 for 50 minutes, for 40 minutes, really, 40, okay? 40 minutes. So if you want to continue to make sure that they pockets are fat, go right ahead. But if you do it, do the work. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry at all. Double down on your beliefs. But like I said, I'm not going to keep y'all that long. I'm not going to hold you hostage like worrying would do, okay? You know what I'm saying? But this is, you know what I'm saying? If y'all don't know, like I said, if it's your first time here, listen, this is where we get into the musical part of things, right? So if you're on YouTube, of course, you're not going to see the musical part. But if you're on DSPs, you're going to hear this wonderful selection. You know, if you know anything about nerdy, my musical taste is all over the place. So what we're going to get today, who knows? Who really, really, really knows? I don't know. But I'm going to get to it, and then I'll get right back to it, and then I'll do the closeout, and then we'll wrap this up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is the closeout. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the closeout right here on That's Random Podcast. Listen, worrying. Worrying is a disease. Worrying is negative. Worrying will take you out. Worrying will have you losing months, days, weeks, years of your life. All I'm going to ask you to do is try to double down in your faith, double down in your beliefs, your spirituality, your chakras, your crystals, whatever it is. Listening to the universe. Listen to what's being said around you. Listen to whatever you believe in is trying to tell you. There's no need to worry, ladies and gentlemen. Get up. The day is going to continue, all right? Bad things are going to happen. Good things are going to happen. We're not going to sit there and dwell in them. When we sit there and dwell in them, we end up living in the past, and nobody wants to live in the past. We like to live in the present, and there's a reason why the present is called a present, because it's a gift. It is a gift to be here. It is a gift to be in this moment. It is a gift to be alive and still move forward. If you have that ability, that option to continue to move forward, and you're still here, don't need to worry. All right. Focus on the gift that you have. Move forward. It happened. Pray about it. Forget about it. Right. You believe in karma, and karma's going to take it. Let karma do what it got to do. Right. If you think the universe is going to handle it, let the universe handle it. Right. But you don't need to go tell Zach, Tommy, Kelly, Trina, Kimberly, Billy, you know what I'm saying? Rita, Zordon, all of them. You don't need to go tell none of them, okay? You ain't got to go tell everybody, right? You take that one person that you trust, confident in, you tell that person, you share it with them, and then you keep it pushing. Life doesn't stop, and neither should you, right? Keep up with your dreams. Keep doing what you do. This is That's Random Podcast, where we take a little time to explore the extraordinary and ordinary. I am your guy, that guy, the one and only Nerdy G. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out.